on my head because there's not enough room to put it on the table. Oh, wait. I lied. Yes. Now, I should point out to start with immediately that I don't know if this video is going to go up before the 200 subscribers, super duper amazing week of whatever it is I have planned, or after. We're sitting at 197 subs when I do this, having lost one yesterday. Boo! But I'm really actually very much looking forward to doing this one. In fact, I only ordered it on eBay earlier on this week, and it's arrived, and I've literally just walked in from work, and I want to open it. Because in this box are 30 random Matchbox cars of a job lot that I brought, with literally one photograph of the box open, and some cars, of which I couldn't tell what they were. So it's like, I'm buying this, I'm going to open it on camera and see what wonderful, amazing things I have, whilst a very loud pigeon makes a lot of stupid noise in the background. Hurrah! But before we continue, hoping you didn't notice the jump cut, here's a toy car I found at work. It's a Mazda. It's real toy. And it's a Mazda. And it's mine now. Somebody left it on the bus, but now it's mine. I'm sure we'll find a use for it sooner or later. Let's put that over there. But yes, I have no idea what's in here. All I've done, as I said, is taken my address and so forth off. I don't think there's anything on there. Oh, there's my postcode, I suppose. I don't think it's seen now. Well, I'll just have to look at the video before we post it and see if it's on. But yeah, there's 30 in here, apparently. We're going to have fun with this. And it wasn't even that expensive. I ended up getting it for, I think, $7.50 in the end. And I said, I'm not expecting them all to be Matchbox. I'm expecting a kind of mix of bits and pieces. But it was literally just listed up as a collection of Matchbox job lot. Oh, it's got bubble wrap in it. Now, I said I have no idea what's in here, so the intention is to kind of point it away from myself and pull cars out at random once I take the top layer of bubble wrap off. I've seen, there we go, put that lid up. So, there we go. That now I'm definitely going to have to do that because my postcode's in there. And I've done that! Oh dear. Oh dear. This is one of those videos. Jump cut? Yeah, I knocked the camera over and showed my postcode, so yay. But yes, we've got the box open now. We've pulled the tape out, so I'm just going to start pulling cars out. Starting with this one. Oh. Wow. That's small. It's WH. It's very small. It's, oh, there is some information in there. You can't see it. I'm just going to look over. Made in England, number 24, with no other information on it. That's actually not what I was expecting to start with. I've got a couple of people who watch my videos who probably know what this is. Could you let me know in the comments? Because, hey, and Lesney. I'm going to try and get that right from now on. Let's just push the box back a bit so I can kind of stack things there. The Mazda, there you go. Put the Mazda on the end so I know where the end is on camera. There we go. So I'm going to put them in between there. So that was an interesting start. This is most definitely not a Matchbox. It's a Dardy motor made in China. It's a patent pending and it's friction motor. Oh, hang on a bit. Friction motor's at the back. Oh, it does work. The friction motor still works. But it appears to activate, you have to push it down. That's an interesting mechanism. The friction motor does not engage, it runs freely unless you physically push down on the axle. That's kind of interesting. Not a Matchbox, but it's kind of interesting nonetheless. So put that there. So we've got 30 to go through, so watch this. Oh my god, I remember these. I had one of these and I think I've lost it. A Corgi, it's a Corgi 2CV6. Yes, I remember these. I had one of these, and now I've got another one. And it's still, bloody hell, the wheels still turn as well. Now, whether I had one of these ones exactly with its awful paint job and the sticker on the front that isn't there anymore is to function, but I definitely have had one of these in the past. I always love the old Corgi toys. There are only toys that you can open the door because then you can take the cars flying and get shot down by anti-aircraft fire and die. My childhood was very weird. But yes, good start, like that. Not going to spend too long on each car because we've got a lot to go through. And what the hell is this? Don't think we'll be recovering this one, personally. Cracked front, cracked side. I mean, it's a futuristic ambulance, I think. Oh, God. Look, there's a dead body in there. Hello, yes, I'm a dead body. I had a horrible car crash 30 years ago, and we just sort of left the body in there. It's one of the Matchbox future ones, I'm sure. Matchbox Super Kings.
Stretcher Fetcher, 1971. Yes, and it's Lesney. I'm trying. Lesney. The axle's buggered. But yeah, it is what it is. I knew what it was, to be fair. Quite beaten up, that one. Don't think we'll be keeping it, or we'll be using it in props for different bits and pieces. Next one. Whoa. This is another one that's taken a beating. I said I've not seen any of these. I think that's the only one that I've recognised as an ambulance, because I can see the top lights in the eBay listing. Made in England by Lesney, Matchbox Series number 41, Ford GT. It was a Ford GT. I don't think it's a Ford GT anymore. I think it's a bit of a scrapper, that one. Next. They're a bit rough and ready, but hey, it's a job lot. I mean, that bit still spins. So there you go, that bit still spins. This is number 26. Cement mixer, made in England by Lesney. Yeah. So far, we've had one that's in an acceptable condition. That's the right sort of thing. I mean, that doesn't count. But hey, what do you expect? It's a job lot that costs $7.50 with no photos. Oh, that one's not too bad, actually. Oh, yeah, that's not bad at all. This is a Matchbox Series number 4 Stake Truck. Made in England by Lesney. So yeah, that is a Matchbox. That is as listed. I'll be honest, I always prefer toy cars when they're in this sort of condition, where the wheels are still there and turn, everything's in one piece, it's content, but there's obviously paintwork damage. That's just preferable. Toy cars that are in this sort of condition are preferable for me, because it means I can just muck around with them and have a bit of a laugh. I'm not bothered about toy cars being in perfect condition unless it's something that I've got in box, you know? It's like the stuff that I got on the shelf of bus stuff. Yes, like that one, definitely keeping that. That can probably go in the bag. Right, what we got now? A fire truck of some kind without a ladder. Got some holes there where the ladder would have been. Probably. Very beaten up. Got some old ones in here. This is a Merryweather Marquis Series number 3 fire engine, made in England by Lesney. Number 9. Lots of Lesney stuff. Lots of stuff with these little axles. I'm going to assume that these are quite a lot older than, say, something like this from Corgi. I think that's in the 80s, which makes them more interesting. Let's put you on the back there. There you go. You're being carried around by the stake truck because you're obviously written off. Yes, Pidge, I can hear you. Oh. It's a Formula 1 car with the word formula on it. What kind of formula? A scientific formula? That's what driving is. Number 207, High Speed, made in China. Yeah, all right, whatever. That's probably high speed. It's very large. It's larger than the stake truck. Next. What? This one isn't in bad condition. The rear axle is buggered, but what do we have here? Made in Great Britain, Corgi Junior's Whiz Wheels, a Morkos XP. Huh. Corgi Juniors, they were like what Hot Wheels is now, basically really stupid and very dated designs that aren't the greatest quality in the world. But it's not terrible. I mean, the bodywork's all right. The front axle's fine. The rear axle, well, a bit of the rear axle works. I mean, it rolls. It's still playable. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh, this has definitely got to be a Corgi. A Corgi Volvo, I would gander a guess, with a boot. It's a Corgi Volvo with a Bally boot. That's great. I'm actually just going to rearrange the camera a bit so we're pointing a little further down like that. We're 8 minutes in already. Bloody hell, and we're not even halfway through the box. I like that. Yeah, it's another Corgi Juniors Volvo 245DL. I actually identified a car. And very unusually, a second-hand Corgi toy from this era has axles still work. That's amazing. I don't think I've owned a bloody Corgi that isn't something like that actually has working bloody axles. I would have loved that as a kid, and I kind of love it now. I'm definitely keeping it. Next. Oh, that's very crashed and abandoned in the desert. A Matchbox Series number 30 Beach Buggy by Lesney in 1970. Oh, super fast. Wow. Okay, yeah, the axle was completely and utterly destroyed, but wow. Yeah, probably going to put that in the bin. But hey, job lot, still better than that one. Oh, that's quite nice. Wheels turn around. Looking at these wheels, they don't look like Matchbox wheels, but there's quite a bit of design in there, and it's all surviving. It is a Matchbox, super fast. Made in England, it's a Lotus Super 7. Lesney, again, that's actually in quite nice condition considering some of the vehicles that we've had come out of here so far. It's even got detail on the number plate. What is the number plate? AJB 577K. Oh, yeah, it's a bit clearer on the back. Yeah, AJD 577K, not B, D. Yeah, that's quite nice, actually. Yeah, that's okay. Now we're going to have to start a new row here. So there's the new row. Next car. I'm going to guess Corgi Juniors again. Yep, Corgi Juniors, Austin Healey. Another Whiz Wheels. Oh, the Le Mans Spirit. That's quite nice. Yeah. Those headlights are bloody awful, but the rest of it's quite nice. And, God, look at the way, if you leave it to roll, how it kind of bounces. Just look at how it bounces. This one bounced as well. It's like the suspension's just buggered. But that's two Corgi things that have come out with, three that have come out with axles that aren't completely buggered. Let's pull some more of that out. Oh, there's still quite a lot in here. I'm going to pull this one out because I've seen it. It's a NASA rocket carrying buggy without the rocket icing. I'm not going to look for the rocket. I've actually got one of these when I was a kid in 2006, 2007. Oh my God. Talk about that in a second. 2006, 2007. But it wasn't this one. It was green base and still had a rocket. And, you know, it was a sort of meant to be space exploration, not necessarily NASA. Now, it looks like somebody attempted to turn it upside down and fire a rocket from the bottom. Yes, this one has battle damage and is most likely going to be written off. I can't make out. Matchbox. Let me just have a quick look. Matchbox 1985, I think. Yeah, that's actually kind of interesting. But it still works, you know, you can still play with that. Pidge. God, awful. The London Fire Service to be sold off by Boris Johnson at your own convenience. Lesney Products, Merryweather Fire Engine, 1969. Super fast. And a second. Hang on, this is from 1969. Tell you what, it doesn't look like your sort of 1969-esque sort of toy, does it? It looks, or is that when the engine is meant to be? Is it like an engine from 1969? Is the toy itself from 19? I don't know. But if that's from 1969, that's lasted pretty nicely. It can't be. It's got a proper plastic bottom. Don't know. Somebody else, let me know. You know, people watching this video know more about this than I do, which is odd because I'm buying these things. Oh, that's nice. It's missing its engine on the front. Actually, I've got a very similar one. It was in the bag of crap, which had the big yellow engine at the back, and it was loose, so you could put it off like that. Gruesome Twosome. Made in England, 1971. I'm going to assume it's a Gruesome Twosome because it's meant to have two engines, but it's only got one. So it's the Gruesome Onesome. Chuggity-chug. Chuggity-chug, chuggity-chug. Some of these are really nice, actually. You know, they're playable. I give them to a kid to play with. I give quite a lot of them to a kid to play with. I'm definitely keeping that one. That's my favourite so far. Oh, this is one of those rolling wheel ones, isn't it? It's the Rollermatics, that's it. Police Patrol. And you'd roll it along, and the mechanism... Oh, it does work. The mechanism works ever so slightly. You see on the top there? If I move it really slowly, you see how it's moving ever so slightly? The idea would be that it spins. There you go. You spin it, and there's like a cog in here that's spun on the axle. There you go. You can see the knob there. That would spin the axle. And that will cause it to spin around, which would most likely be some kind of patrol light. But yeah, Rollermatics, I've seen them. I don't think I've ever brought one that fully works. They're not particularly interesting to me, but hey-ho. This is limited. Oh, yeah. It's got a hole in the top. It's got a tow bar. You can't open the back. Oh, it's a Majori, which I'm pronouncing wrong, but, you know, a Majori. A Jeep Cherokee. I see these on the roads. They're always driven by twats. Oh, wait, hang on. You can open the boot. My mistake. I stand corrected. You can open the boot. And it's even got a little tow bar and a cocoa cover. That's not terrible. Jeep Cherokee. That's passable. Next. Somebody took a Willys Jeep and stuck a really big bloody engine in it. Okay, now. Well, that moves. Don't think it's meant to, but it does. It's hideous. The number 2 Jeep Hot Rod, made in England, 1971, by Matchbox Lesney. Why would you do that to a Jeep? It would just shake itself to bits. There's no question about that. It would just destroy itself. Although it's interesting to see what the toys are. What the heck is this? Oh, my goodness. This one's seen better days. Let's not waste much time on this one because it's I'm screwed. An Aston Martin DBR5, made in England by Lesney. No date on that one, but it's number 19. He's seen better days. Obviously, he was racing along at high speed, and this thing kind of just went like that. And this carried on because it's just built like a tank, and this thing just kind of exploded. Had the feeling you should probably be on the back here as well. So you go on with the fire engine as well. That's now our scrapper truck. We've had a couple of scrappers. How about we have a London taxi, which is going to be a corgi again. I'm getting quite good at recognising these now. Yes, Pidge, you have a bell. Corgi London taxi. Rear axle still actually works despite being depressed. These wheels are very common as far as I care. Corgi, London taxi. Not much else to say. 80s, 90s. Hey, still rolls. It's good. I think that's the last one we can get there. Yep, that's the last one there. Somebody's sending me a message on Messenger. Ooh, a Porsche 928. 928. 928. With a door that's... Don't think I can get that one out, but I can open this door. If I've got anything nearby, I can sort of try and, open the door with. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. No. Can't open the door. Let's just move the camera back because we're starting to run out of room again. We're 16 minutes in. Like that, though. I always like these ones. Matchbox Porsche 298. 1979. Oh, no. Made in Maku? No idea where the hell that is. Well, this will probably get used in the 200 subs special because it's about the right sort of time for it. I said we've got a whole week of plan there and it's going to be spiffing and I'm going to spend hours filming it. Next car, whoa, Ghostbusters. Copyright. A Husky. Citroen Safari, patent pending, made in Great Britain. I have never heard of Husky. I've never ever heard of them. And it's comparably smaller to, say, a Matchbox. That's a very small car. It was green. It looks like it had a light on the top. But that might just be this, and that's its, fixing. That's interesting. I don't know anything about that, but I'm going to keep it. Again, anybody in the comments, let me know, because I'm a moron, too lazy to look stuff up. 1, 2, 3, 4... we've got about 5 cars left. So we got this one. Ambulance. This looks like the ambulance I had as a kid. Is it? Matchbox. Ambulance. Yep. In the bag video, I had this ambulance shown in its original colours. Looks like this is just a pure white one or somebody's repainted it. Although if they've repainted it, they've done a damn good job. White ambulance. Ambulances are good. Very standard toy. Do like 4. Oh. I was thinking as I was working today, are we going to have one of these? Champion spark plugs. You saw a 1920s yesteryear. Model A Ford, 1979. Made in that country again that I can't pronounce. I had a couple of these as a kid, and I really didn't like them. When I brought the trucks from the charity shop, when I did the charity shop run, they actually had one of these for the Isle of Man in box, and I didn't buy it because I do not like these. I have never liked these, but that's not actually too bad because I like what's on the side of it, and I will probably keep it. But I don't know why, I just never liked them. So I'll put that there. But hey, we got one, so I can talk about how I don't like them. Torpedo. It's a police boat. Yes, police boat with a pair of horns that most kids, if they're like me, pretended they were machine guns. I've had something very similar to this. And obviously, whatever happened here has been a horrible, horrible accident. I would assume that as they were going under a bridge, it lowered and cut them off, and their ankles snapped because they glued their feet to the bottom of the boat because they were worried they were going to fall out and sink. And that's why the police boat was going along and then got hit by a torpedo, causing it to sink into the abyss, where we can figure out it's a super fast police launch. Just a police launch, not a boat, just a police launch, made in 1976. But yeah, poor bastards. But yeah, I'm going to assume there's a thing there. There was a thing there. Next is a car which is missing its roof. Obviously, they've also gone under a low bridge and just straight off. So this is probably sitting in a yard somewhere being inspected by the police. This Mercedes, obviously they were driving far too fast. It's a bit like that bus I had that's missing the top. DLK 257M. Pidge! Shut up! Bloody pigeons. Why am I telling my pigeons shut up? A Mercedes 350... Yeah, 350 84. Lesney, 1973. That's one of the earlier marked ones. To be fair, what's left of it feels pretty damn sturdy, and I might just keep it for giggles and pips. Next is this. Ooh. Oh, this is different. The wheels are different again. And the wheels are different, and the back is cracked. Has it got a number plate? Come on. It doesn't. Oh, it's not going to focus because it's shiny. No, no number plate. This is a Aston Martin DES Corgi Rockers. So this is a Corgi. I'm going to assume they were meant to be like rock star cars or something along those lines. Bloody hideous. Don't think I'll keep that one. How many have we got left? Is this the last one? Oh. It's the last one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to look at it until it's in. Oh, it's a forklift truck. It's a high lift forklift, which goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Oh, we can do a bit of roleplay with this. Let's just see if we can get the bottom. It's a Matchbox super fast forklift made by Lesney in 1972. Well, there we go. It can sort of come along and it can sort of, just come on. You got to get this fire truck off here. Yes, piss off. There we go. And then it's free and gone. Right, let's just zoom out for a bit. This is our job lot of 30 cars, not including that one. Don't know if there's 30 there. Let's do a quick jump cut. Yes, there's 30 cars there. And there's actually some very nice ones and very interesting ones. It's what you'd expect for a job lot that costs $750, which was obviously not a lot for this amount of cars. Most of them are in a condition where they're not worth anything to anybody. But again, I like my cars when they're in kind of an absolutely beaten up, knackered condition, because it doesn't matter if I do that to them. It doesn't matter. And I'm a weird person who likes to do that. I think I'll just crack that one. But some of these are really nice. So I like that one. I really like this one. This is very much along my sort of thing. I will be keeping this for certain. So those two are keepers. I'll definitely be keeping that one. Probably keep the forklift. That's still quite nice. The Corgi. I like the Volvo a lot. That one's all right. I'm going to keep this Husky. Again, I want to know more about that. I might look that up. The rest of them, not too bothered about. Probably keep them in a box somewhere for ages. Even these scrappers, because I'm sure I can find a use for absolutely ruined cars one way or another as props or something. But yeah, an interesting collection of 30 cars brought on eBay for £7.50. I should do this again. Bye, everybody. Have a lovely day. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and correct me where I'm wrong. I almost forgot to say that. If I'm ever wrong, and we're not advertising Audi or Pringles, if I'm ever wrong about a fact, correct me so I know in the future. Bye!